To the inside, 6 to shoot. Doncic on the wing. Pass to Bullock, back to Hardaway. Finney-Smith with it, and out of bounds. Boston will have it. And this Mavericks team, Grant, they're loaded up on shooters who can hurt you from outside.
And that's the way they should be built. Force teams to spread out and give Luka space. And when the Mavs get hot from outside, they are dangerous.
Now here's Smart. Outside Tatum. There's the three. Drops in the three.
An accurate shooter from distance. Tatum's teammates want him to keep looking to pull the trigger.
Pass to Wood. Doncic outside. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. And Doncic hammers it home.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Oh, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
A nice shot by Tatum.
Proving he's more than just a go-to scorer. Brown also loves swinging the ball to open teammates.
Wood with the screen. Kicks it to Doncic. Pass to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. To the middle. Here's Finney-Smith. An easy two on the layup.
And defensively, you have to make them work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Boston has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Smart passes to Brown. And again, Boston with the triple.
Don't lose track of Brown. Dangerous all over the floor, but particularly that corner three.
Doncic up top, defended by Smart. Back to Doncic, pass to Hardaway. No good. Brown with some nice D. The Celtics with the lead. Horford passes to Smart. Outside Tatum from deep. Connects from downtown. Tatum's got 9.
For almost anyone but Tatum, that's a bad shot. But he has the range to make all of that just so easy.
Doncic against Smart. Doncic, good. Doncic has got his second basket.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Now here's Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Trust Doncic to make smart moves with the ball. He puts it in the hands of a guy with a wide-open shot. And you look at the intangibles of Luka Doncic. He has some of the best court awareness in the league, and that shows up most with his passing and body control.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Powell, he's checked in for Finney-Smith. Ntilikina comes in for Hardaway, and it's Dinwiddie in for Luka Doncic. Williams is checked in for Boston. Brogdon comes in for Smart. Now here's Dinwiddie. The rebound by Jason Tatum. And the way Doncic can feel the defenders around him speaks to his great court sense, Grant.
No question. And the elite footwork he has makes the most of it. I mean, one of the best at shielding defenders with his body. It's really how he can navigate through a defense with ease.
Here's Dinwiddie. The Celtics making their last shot. And he lobs it up to the rim. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to Stop it. And here's Brown for three. Wood grabs the board. The Mavericks trailing. 55 seconds left in the first quarter here. Pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Wood. Poke loose. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, and Christian Wood moving here to the Mavs over the summer. Now, the Mavs knew they wanted more size, so they sent a number of players in exchange, but they got a deadly weapon to help them this season.
Take a break. Take a break.
First one falls for him.
Can you believe that Christian Wood went undrafted? Here's a guy that has the size, the shooting, the defense, everything NBA teams want.
Bertans checked in for the Mavericks. Gallinari, he's checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for Jaylen Brown. Here's Pritchard. Williams from long range drains the triple. They've
really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the three.
good.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Now another view of that incredible mobile one drive.
Yeah, they're trying to close this gap. Always a good option to probe the paint and see if you can get an easy one inside.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Outside Brogdon. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It goes on to Dwight Powell.
You can tell Brogdon is a savvy shooter, getting it off and getting the foul call.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Here's Dinwiddie. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
selection just in time. Well done.
He didn't even look worried about the time on the clock. Nice way to end a quarter.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Celtics out in front. They're up 7. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Boston. So it's the Mavericks now. They trail by 7 on the floor for Boston. We've got Malcolm Brogdon, Danilo Gallinari out there with Al Horford. Then there's Grant Williams, and it's Pritchard in at the point. Here's Hardaway, got a hand on it. Here's Pritchard. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Outside Gallinari. Pass to Horford. Here's Brogdon, just 4 to shoot. Over Finney-Smith, and it's Brogdon missing.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. The Celtics making a switch here. The free throw off from Doncic. Granted, it's a shooter's league, and we're seeing more and more big men float out to the perimeter and knocking them down.
Well, B.A., the game has evolved, and the shooting, particularly from the bigs, is fantastic. But, you know, I wish the bigs had a little bit more diversity. I don't mind shooting from the perimeter, but every once in a while, go mix it up and take advantage of your size mismatch in the paint.
Now here's Doncic. He has 6. Pass to Kleber. Lets it go from the wing. Kept alive. McGee. And McGee with the stuff.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MOB physical, get in position for the putback and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
And Boston has possession. The Mavs get their last shot to go. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And the Boston Celtics are one of the most decorated teams in all of sports. Think about all the rings they've won, as well as the talent that they've had on their roster.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Christian Wood is checked in for McGee, and it's Bullock in for Finney-Smith.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Kleber, screen on White. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Such a rich history for the respected Boston franchise.
From the days of Bill Russell to Larry Bird and Kevin McHale in the 80s, and then Pierce, Allen, KG, Rondo winning the ring in 08. The players on this roster understand how important it is to carry on that legacy.
Robert Williams checked in for Boston. Here's White. Hardaway grabs the board. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Jason Tatum added muscle to his frame and layers to his game, but still not satisfied. He said, quote, "I just got to be better. I have to elevate my level from being one of the top 10 to 15 players to a top 5 player. I got to make everybody else around me better. Brian, still work to do."
And plenty of runway to do it, Allie. Thanks. Here's White. After the Mavericks picking up a basket just a moment ago. Here's Williams. Boston, no good that time either. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Pass to Bullock. Back to Hardaway. White against Doncic. Here he goes. Goes back up. Kicks it out to Hardaway. It's stolen by Smart. He goes up. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Now here's Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That's on Al Horford.
And you can't let Doncic get this type of positioning because then you're pretty much forced to foul him. You know, there was a time years ago when the Mavericks were one of the NBA's shakiest teams. Now they're one of its proudest franchises.
Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. Dinwiddie comes in for Hardaway. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Brown can't hit. The Mavericks trailing. Wood passes to Powell. It's stolen by Tatum. White for three. Doncic pulls down the board, and you can attribute the Mavs' rise to stable ownership and some very savvy front office moves.
That's so true, B.A. They've made some great decisions in the draft, for sure. They've been able to find cornerstone players and build solid rosters around them.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Clock at 6. Powell, a screen on Brown. Dinwiddie passes to Powell, and he buries his first look.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Boston has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Pass to White. Tatum from long range gets the 3-ball to go. Tatum's got 15 points.
The efficiency from Tatum on the offensive end is terrific, not letting any scoring chances pass him by.
And Doncic with the jam.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. And the Celtics call time here.
It's a battle of the bigs. Two fantastic centers, Clark, in this matchup tonight. Some throwback basketball.
Well, you know, there was a time, Kevin, when centers dominated the league. And as you said, tonight we're going to throw it back to those days.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The post tandem, it's Horford and Williams. Out on the wings, it's Brown and Tatum. And it's Smart in at the point guard position. Now Doncic, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Here's Wood. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Boy, with a bushel basket full of moves at his disposal, Wood will dominate in the paint if given the opportunity.
Smart passes to Tatum. Passes it to Horford. Goes up on the wing. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Yes, Kevin, I caught up with Jason Kidd just a few minutes ago. Defensively, he wants his guys to protect the rim and do everything they can to push the offense out to the perimeter. He told me if we can do that, I feel good about our chances. Now, guys, obviously that's a tall order, but he's trying to get his guys to get geeked for the challenge.
Thank you, David. And the first one at the line is good.
And many thought Horford's days were over after his OKC stint, but showed he can still be a difference maker in Boston. And boy, was he a huge part of their finals run.
So Horford gets 2. Horford may not be as consistent as he once was, but Greg, he shows up when you need him the most.
You know, he had several big games for the Celtics in the postseason. Great shooter who can really space the court for you. Still also a top-level defender at the rim. And he helped define their interior defense. And looking at Reggie Bullock, where he's had quite the ride as a pro.
Yeah, he certainly has, Greg. I mean, he's been a lot of places during his 8-year career, but the thing I like, no matter where he's been and what uniform he's worn, he knocks down shots and does exactly what's asked of him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots. No good on the free throw. And Clark, don't you have to admire the way the Mavericks are always looking to compete?
Yeah, I like that, Kevin. It's a good point by you. It starts at the top of the organization. I mean, the team has really avoided any kind of lengthy rebuild. To their credit, they want to win, and this team is definitely capable of doing that.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
Here's Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. He kicks it to Hardaway. Shot clock at 5. Bullock passes to Finney-Smith. No good that time. Celtics have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Here's Tatum. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Dallas the other way. Smart against Doncic. The pass to Hardaway. For the 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And even with good coverage defensively, that he has confidence to drill the 3.
And so Wood will bring it up for the Mavericks. They trail by 1. And it's Bullock in the corner. That one, no good. Good tee by Williams. And Boston has possession. Smart, wide open, he fires. Hits it from 3-point range. Smart's got 5.
And of course, this is Smart's biggest hurdle. Sometimes he looks great shooting the 3. Sometimes, though, it's just the opposite.
Now here's Hardaway. To the middle. Here's Finney-Smith. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Horford. You talk about a defensive menace. That's Dorian Finney-Smith.
He has a knack for coming up with a big defensive play. Often lines up against the opponent's most important offensive player.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Reggie Bullock, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Luka Doncic. Grant Williams is checked in for Boston.
The definition of a stretch 4, Finney-Smith is a really valuable offensive player.
Now here's Williams. The dish to Brown. No good that time. Mavericks trail by 3. Wood a screen on Brown. That's a 2 from Powell. Hardaway kicks to Dinwiddie. To the inside. A good finish at the rack off the slick feet.
Dwight Powell certainly is high energy, and his hops help him a lot inside.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Outside Tatum. Shoots the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Dinwiddie's shot is off. Celtics leading by 4. Right side Tatum. Kicks it to Smart. Floats it up for Williams. Powell against Williams. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. JaVale McGee's checked in for Dallas. Ntilikina comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And then for Boston, Alinari comes in for Robert Williams. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Jason Tatum. Now here's Brown. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Jaylen Brown is such a force on the offensive end. Hard to keep that guy out of the paint. Terrific finisher at the rim.
And maybe the only weakness for Brown is his handle on the ball.
And it's something that he's worked on every offseason. Still, though, susceptible to turnovers while dribbling. But it's one of the very few weaknesses in his game.
First free throw is good.
And the vertical that Brown has is quite impressive. As relentless a finisher that you'll find in this league.
Bertanis, he's checked in for Dallas. Celtics also with a sub. Pritchard, he's checked in for Smart. Powell with the screen. Here's Dinwiddie, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Brogdon outside. Pritchard passes to Williams. Brogdon outside. 13 feet away. No good off the back of the rim. Mavericks trailed by 4. Here's Bertanis. Tries again. Powell. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Out to the right wing. Dinwiddie outside. Here's Powell. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Hey, we know every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
For Boston, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. That free throw good from Gallinari.
And when Gallinari is healthy, he's such an effective player. I mean, a skilled shooter who really helps to space the floor for his team. Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Here's Dinwiddie. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Great activity level on the boards. Impressive. Wow.
Brogdon looking it over. Over Bertans. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Celtics out in front, up by 4. We're back after this from American Airlines Center. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
It's just they've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, this is how you can keep a crowd quiet, though. I mean, methodically score at the line and take some of that energy away from the fans. They don't like to have the action stop in the opposing team scoring.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Up at the forward spots, it's Tatum and Horford. Malcolm Brogdon out there with White. And it's Williams at the 5 down low.
And you talk about believing in yourself. Man, how about Christian Wood?
Greg, self-talk and self-confidence is critically important at this level. And, you know, this guy, Christian Wood, was cut or waived from 4 NBA teams. Wasn't on an NBA roster for an entire season. Finally broke through with Detroit in year 5. And there's no turning back now for the big fella.
Kleba kicks to Bullock. Kleba with a screen on Brogdon. Bullock passes to Wood. Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the bear, James Harden. There are some similarities, Harden said. Being able to dictate and control the game like he does, he never lets anyone speed him up, and he gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch. David, thank you. Now, here's Brogdon after Luka Doncic's miss. And it's White missing.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Williams with the steal. Brogdon outside. At the elbow, Horford. The Celtics working the ball around now. Tatum no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And one thing Williams has a lot of natural strength. You can play him physical, but most of the time he's going to win that battle.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The Celtics also changing it up. Brown is checked in for Malcolm Brogdon. And Smart subbed in for Derek White. Doncic passes to Bull. Clock at 6. Smart against Doncic. Nails the baby hook. In decades past, teams that led the league in threes, if they shot that same rate now, would rank dead last in the NBA. So with that thought, which teams of yesteryear probably should have shot more threes?
And that's a good one. Kevin, I think you got to look back to the Run TMC Warriors, right? How about the Larry Bird Celtics? Man, they could knock down the triple.
Now here's Smart after Luka Doncic's miss. Outside, Smart. Brown outside. It's rebounded by Dallas. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Bull. Powell with a screen on Tatum. Down low. And the dunk by Powell.
And I think Powell is terrific in the pick and roll. He knows how to dive after he sets the screen.
Pass to Brown. Inside, here's Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. With the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
A different look for Dallas. JaVale McGee's checked in for Wood. Frank Ntilikina comes in for